Good morning, people. It's your man Joshua Pondexter. We broadcasting live from Las Vegas, Nevada, in this little resort called Tahini Village. And it's Tahini is Polynesian island. Instead of going to the island, I came here. Couldn't leave the country. Uh, my oldest son about to have his fourth son. So, hey, I'm kind of stuck around. Shouldn't be out here, but it is what it is. I came to get some sun since Chicago wouldn't cooperate. And then when I was leaving, it started being sunny. Go figure. Well, so being out in Vegas, the hospitality capital of the world, you kind of see what's going on uh, in hospitality and retail. So that's what we're going to talk about this morning, the apocalypse of retail, right? It is going to be devastating here the end of this year and going into next year. This is not doomsday, but it's going to affect some people. You think COVID affected you? You think the 2008 crash affected you? Listen up. I don't know, but to do some planning, we're going to give you some ideas of what you can do if you hadn't, been preparing since 2008. We had that crash. You should have been preparing to get yourself together. Well, first of all, we want to thank our subscribers on YouTube. I reached 100 subscribers. Yes, it's a big deal, because my material is not salacious. We're not talking about Ebony K and average men and average women and all that type of back and forth. We're trying to give you some information that you can use and potentially change your life, the life of your children and your grandchildren if you apply some of these simple financial tactics and strategies that we suggest, right? So 100 subscribers, big deal. I'm telling you, especially with my content, right? And to talk about average, God didn't create nothing average, right? So that's the label that we put on one another. But God has created all of us to be exceptional because He is. So if you average and ordinary, that's because you don't embrace the divinity in you, right? So that's something to consider with all this bantering back and forth about because of your income, because of your educational status. We're about to show you that this stuff is not mattering very much in the current society. Your education, your income, it can be gone with a blink of an eye, right? And it doesn't have to be a health issue, right? That's the sad thing about it is to be healthy, to be intellectually alert and aware, and still get hit by this economy, right? By the dynamics that's going on in the world, the shifting of world power. This is a global, everything's global. Food, global. Dating's global. Everything is global, right? So you're going to have to navigate all that, right? So I would suggest that you get outside your own little neighborhood and outside your own little circle and look around. In America, there's some telltale signs of what's going on from rural America all the way to the big cities. All right. We love the big cities, Chicago, so hey, that's what's happening. Once again, extremely excited to get that 100 subscriber on YouTube. We're trying to build that channel. Appreciate you for subscribing. We want you to comment. We want you to follow. We want you to share. We have something to say. We do believe that we do because we've been saying what I'm saying for 20 years, and we just utilizing this platform here, right? So once again, we're out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, walking around in the desert. I don't know, the lighting is not good in this room. I had to close that shade, or you can see those palm trees back there. Too much light coming in. Walk down and got some Starbucks. So we out here soaking up the sun. Enjoying today. For me, it's going to be a pool day. I'm going to go and lay it out the pool. What I'm doing out here is strategic planning, right? So that's why we came and to visit our family out here in Vegas. So what is strategic planning, right? It is where I am planning my life for the next 3 to 5 years. I have 4 entities that I'm doing strategic planning for. That's Joshua Pondexter, the person. I need to plan my life out for the next 3 to 5 years. What my mission, what I want to accomplish, what's critical, my goals for myself and for my life. And then I have my consulting business, Stone Consulting. What want that to look like for the next 3 to 5 years? Then we have 2 entities that we're in the very beginning of getting going. One of them is Pondexter Construction LLC, which is a green company. It's designed to install solar panels, retrofit garages for EV vehicles. So we're moving into the green space. Why, Joshua? Why are you doing that? Well, we have a nonprofit also. The gentleman and me, we're going to be training men, Black men specifically, to get into this this area, the green energy space, so we can get work, right? So workforce development is going to be something that I'm going to be committed to for the next 20 years of my life, right? So I'm 60, 61. I got another 20 strong years to get in here and contribute and do things for myself and for the community. So I said, well, hey, who is developing jobs for us, right? I used to hate getting that white shirt on and going with the portfolio, with the resume and going to beg for a job, right? Yeah, did it for decades, just like everybody else. But who's creating work for us, right? And I'm gonna tell you, we thought about these things, and it's needed. So nonprofit is gonna get some money to train these brothers. And then we'll have a place for them to work. And my profit company, it's a beautiful thing. So keep us in your thoughts and prayers as we endeavor to do this great work on build this wall back, right? So listen, what we're going to talk about is, because I could talk forever, I'm going to give you some the reason that I really came on live here, right? We're going to talk about retail apocalypse, right? It is 15 biggest chains in America will disappear, right? So, we thought it was an anomaly when we saw Kmart disappear and Woolworths and Montgomery Ward. Nah, they falling like dominoes, right? Falling like dominoes. And they're going to impact who? Well, we're going to tell you who it's going to impact here. Let's look at it, right? Big Lots, gone, right? Can't wait till they start their liquidation sale. I'm going to go there and get me some stuff from Big Lot. Rite Aid, gone. Bed Bath & Beyond, gone. They need to put some more discounts on that stuff so I can get me some scented candles before they go ahead and get on out of here. Party City, gone. Dollar General, right? Not only have Dollar General not been a dollar store, Dollar General is egregious. Their labor practice, they're endangering their employees. They get fined and don't care, right? So, well, good riddance, Dollar General. Tuesday Morning, another retailer, right? CVS Pharmacy, right? Gone. They're on their way out, right? So Amazon, go. Amazon Fresh. They said, we tried that. Forget it. I don't know why they were doing that. They had Whole Foods, right? So it's just gonna fall back, focus on Whole Foods. Those things are gone, right? Didn't work. Sometimes it don't happen. Nordstrom, gone. Some of y'all, I don't shop at Nordstrom. That's too much money for me. Yeah, Nordstrom. Yeah, Barshika, Nordstrom. My goodness, I don't shop there. I'm out in Vegas. You know, when you go into these, I went to see the movies yesterday. Um, right? Yeah, that's I got some on here. I went to the movies yesterday, and you know, you out here in the desert. You know, it's hot. You go in them places cold. So I went to Nordstrom Rack, bought me a little old jacket, right? Where I'm in the movies, right? So uh, those are, I don't. Other than that, I'm not going into a Nordstrom. Best Buy. Yeah. Best Buy is how are they surviving? You've been to Best Buy. You like well, how are these people surviving? I don't see nobody in the parking lot. I don't see anybody in the stores. These are telltale signs. The children place. So you guys who got children, expecting children, you might want to get ahead of the curve. You guys who are planning for children, when they start liquidating, go get them cribs and all that stuff. You know, young people. Your old folks should not be having no baby, the brats. So, you know, but you young folks who having babies, go ahead and get some. You buy all your appliances from Best Buy. My goodness. Well, hey, um, you stock them up. Get you, um, Barshika, here's some free advice for you, my dear. Get you a storage and stock them up, right? You know, when some go bad, I know you're a real estate investor, you know, hey, hold them, keep them, right? Store them, right? She said the children place. Cornery Bakery. I don't know how they stayed around so long. I thought they was a drug front or some money laundering. Never seen anybody in them joints, right? And then they didn't have a niche. They had all these stuff on their menu. Mattress Firm, right? So I don't know if you need mattress. I buy a 20-year mattress, so that one I got it'll last quite a long time before I need another one. But once again, you know, get you a storage, right? Place and start buying some of the stuff. You got some money, so you can start selling it, right? Uh, huh. There you go. There you go. That's good. Good stuff. Kirkland's gone. These are gone. Express, right? I don't know. I have never been into an express store. When I was looking at this information, I was surprised. Okay, that's good. Store it in your basement. I was surprised that Express what they did. They had men's section, women's section. I was like, wow, never been into one of those stores. Retail apocalypse. So this is 15 of. I can't even keep up with all the ones that are going out of business. They're on the chopping block, the retail locations, right? So this is going to be a problem. So what does this mean, right? Well, here's what it means. 56% of retail workers are women, 12.8 million, right? So it's going to be a cold winter for women, right? Especially if you've been one of them. I don't need no man, independent. I can do bad all by myself. I don't want no bus driver, right? You're gonna wish you had a bus driver, right? So here's the deal: Hispanic women comprise 20.3% of retail workers. Black women, 13.6% of retail workers. Out here in Vegas, they ain't hiring you black women to work. Uh, don't know why. Don't know what it is. I'm telling you, I've been surprised out here in Vegas. Every time I come out here, how friendly the people are, how they smiling, and how wow. So you might want to check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? So uh, that's 33.9%. Look at Hispanic women, Black women, retail, 23% white women and other working in retail, right? So 56% of women work in retail. You see these what are they going to do? What kind of work they're going to do, right? Some of them have been working in retail for 10, 15, 20 years. What are you going to do, right? What's your plan? You're 40. You went in there when you was a teenager, right? You're 40, 45 years old. That's your skill set, retail, right? What are you going to do? And then come on, man, 44% of men work in retail, right? So I'm not gonna come off like I'm some elitist or whatever, but I worked in retail when I was in college. Right. When I was, you know, uh, going through, I had to graduate from that, right? I had people to feed, right? So I had to get away from retail. But men, what are men going to do? 44% of your work in retail, right? So I'm out here in Vegas and I travel quite a bit. I get around the country because I love my country. I'd rather travel in the US than anywhere else, right? And so I see construction going on, but I don't see any black men in construction. What are you going to do? Right? You would say, I don't want to be digging a ditch or I don't want to be standing out in the hot cold. Well, you better get into construction. There's construction science, right? If you think you want to go in debt and go get a college education, get something that's going to pay, right? Go into construction science. That's one idea, right? Go into construction science. I don't know, from that stimulus money that came through that infrastructure bill, man, they building highway, roads, and bridges. Go into construction science. One of the science that deal with constructing something, man, so you can make a living, so you can afford a family. That's one idea, right? Talking to the men, right? What you're gonna have to get up and compete. You got to get out of these factories, um, throwing boxes at Amazon or whatever you're doing. If you're doing that, that's fine. Do your 40 hours or 50 hours, and you can go to school at night, or you can go to school in the morning, work at night. You're gonna have to do something. I went in the Navy when I was 17 years old. I got out in my early 20s. I went to college. I was working. I was working a job from 3 to 11, and never got out of that plant before 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I had a full technical load in school, right? 20 hours. And I was like, wow. And then I realized that I was paying more for that seat in class than I was making on that job. Of course, yeah, your boy graduated with a 3.8, 3.9 grade point average because he's like, ooh, I'm paying for this seat. This ain't no joke. So I had to get serious about that, right? So you can do it, especially young men. I'm talking to you, early 20s, late 20s, early 30s. You can turn your life around, right? You can go to work, right? And if you're not making 60, 80,000 dollars a year, you're not working. You need two jobs, something, because you can't live in America. Apartments or in the Chicagoland area are $2,000 a month on average. Everybody don't pay that, but you got to live with somebody if you can't afford $2,000 a month. So listen, it is so. Let me get off my soap opera and tell you what's up. Retail. This is not retail. This is going to affect other industries, right? And the reason I'm not harping on women, but I'm trying to get you guys to understand, well, girls, to understand that when the retail fall off, ancillary industries are going to fall off. Babysitters, right? Don't need no babysitter because you're at home collecting unemployment for 6, 9 months a year. You don't need to get your hair done and your nails done, right? So see all these other industries that it's affecting, right? Well, you ain't got no money, so you shouldn't be out there shopping. Industries after industry is going to be impacted by women losing their jobs because women are consumers, right? So, good, bad, or indifference. That's what you guys do. You consume, you spend. And so, industry that are dependent upon you spending, they will be hurting, right? You beauticians around here, high side, spending all your money up, right? You better pay attention. Well, that's not a hairdresser, hairstylist. I don't know. The name changed so much. You have to forgive my ignorance of being, I'm not trying to be politically incorrect. I'm just from another generation, right? So that's babysitters, right? Come on. So if you in the baby care business, you might want to get in the adult care business. You might want to get into the housing veterans or whatever demographics that are needed in our society. Provide housing for these, for these type of people. You want to start thinking outside the box. You cannot. This is not a straight shot anymore, right? What I mean by a straight shot. When in the Navy at 17, I could have stayed in and retired, right? I could still be in there now, almost 50 years, right? I could have did 30 and out, right? Straight shot. I could have went to a company. First company I went to when I graduated, working in retail, was the Department of the Army. I could have stayed there, right? But this guy don't take orders well from people. He like working for himself. And he learned that early on, right? So this is why I work for myself. So no straight shots, no 30-year jobs and out, no 30-year businesses and out. So we've been in business for 3 decades. We've been full time, not working for corporate America, doing business side time for over 20 years. So what? All right. Sold investments, life insurance. I sold mortgages. I had renovation companies. I had all these little things I was doing, right? Not a straight shot, but I'm always morphing and changing into something else, right? So if you see me selling coffee, which I love, don't get mad at me, all right? I'm gonna have to morph to wherever I can make a living. That coffee is good. So no straight shots to the top. You're gonna have to be nimble. You cannot sink both of your anchors into something, right? When a storm is coming, the ship sets out to sea. And if you're out to sea, you don't drop both anchors because that ship will get torn apart, right? So you have to be flexible in your thinking, in your attitudes, in your goals. Everything that you do, you must be flexible. So let's show you again, right? There's 15 of them. That it was so many. I could have kept adding to this list. I would never did this little old talk if I kept adding to the list, right? So there you go. Any of your favorite companies on there? Wait till they liquidate, right? Then go get you some money. So that's the retail. Retail drives the economy, right? So now, so what's happening if retail workers are getting laid off? Yes, there's more. There's more. Let's talk about like Walmart. So we talk, Walmart is closing 4 or 5. That's the biggest retailer in the world. They closing anywhere from 400 to 500 stores in America. And folks talking about, oh, in Chicago. Walmart was in Chicago for 17 years and never turned a profit. Do you think they in the charitable giving business? No, that's a business. They don't need to be in Chicago if they ain't making no money. 17 years, never turned a profit, and you abandoning us. Well, no, no. I'm not staying in Chicago for 3 months and not make no money. They stayed 17 years. They're closing stores. McDonald's, Burger King closing stores. Right? Look around. I saw Burger King closed. These places are announcing that they're closing hundreds of stores. That's incredible, right? Burger Thing. That's what I call them. Burger the Thing. Burger King. Gone. You need to be gone anyway selling that garbage. McDonald's need to go, but they got them kids. They ain't never going anywhere because you can't have a kid and them kids see them golden arches and don't want to go over there, right? So on the fast food of living, I'm leaving stores after stores after stores. So what's going on? This is just a symptom of the economy, right? So it's okay. So you see it with these mass layoffs, right? So it just that's retail. The white collar workers getting theirs too. All these tech companies been laying off since last year, right? Amazon, Google, Facebook, and so when they laying people off, the people that are getting laid off there are individuals that make $150,000, $200,000 a year, right? Yeah, white collar workers, technical workers are getting laid off, and it's got nothing to do with AI, right? AI is a technology. You can learn it. You can learn security. You can get into um, high demand skills, right? So has nothing to do with AI, with these white collars losing their jobs. It's what it has to do because I was fortunate. I worked in technology for, I don't know, 20 plus years. And constantly, I remember when it first started, get your computer A plus certification. Then you have to get all these other certifications that was coming. Cisco certified, fiber optic certified. I was just always. I got sick of chasing certification, and these certifications were costing $10,000 and $20,000 a year. So if you wasn't working with a company that was willing to invest in you, your skills were about to rust, right? It's like, oh, I'm an engineer, with 10, 15 years, technology changed. You didn't keep up, right? Right. So you're laid off. You're not skillful. You're not a skilled worker anymore. You used to be, right? So you did not keep up. You're gone. You must keep your skill current. So you always must be adding skills. I don't care what you do, right? I don't care if you're a janitor, a carpenter, a painter. You must always be adding and refining your skill set. Other than that, skill gonna be gone. When they go to faux paint, when people start asking for that, you don't know how to do that. All you know how to do is slacker up some white paint. No, if all you know how to do is wax and put wax on the floor. No, you need to know chemical compositions. What green is green cleaning, right? Come on, man, you got to keep up. So with that said, be aware, people. I want you. What are you going to do, women? I don't know what y'all going to do. I suggest that you find a man that you can get along with, right? And encourage him to get out there on the in the construction in this hot sun out here. I was like, boy, look at them boys out there in that hot sun working, making 25, 35 bucks an hour, working from sun up to sundown, getting it up out the mud, 80, $100,000 a year, right? They're getting it out of the mud. I couldn't be out there. It says that's dangerous work, heavy equipment, come on. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not designed for that anymore. right? If I was young and went on that path, maybe, but right now, no, I'm not designed for that. So get you a guy and encourage him. Young men, listen to me clearly. You better get in these construction science, right? Or something about building, right? Because everybody don't have the aptitude for technical learning and technical training. No, no. Well, let me take that back. You might do, but it has to be developed. So since you missed all of that preliminary stuff, all that math and science, and you're 25 years old, go like, oh, I want to get into a technical field, and you don't know math and you don't know science, not impossible, but that's the type of mind that you need. You have it, but you didn't develop it. I'm not discouraging you from doing anything, but I'm telling you, electrician, plumbers, um, carpenters, all these people make excellent money, right? You're gonna have to get a skill, right? Working at a factory is not a skill, right? Working in retail is not a skill, right? Selling is a skill, right? That's a skill that I have. Selling. So you're gonna have to get some skills. I think I talked to you people enough. We just want to encourage you along this path. Do something to add to your skills. This whole websites. I wish I would have uh, got some of those websites where it's free skills. Let's see if I have some here on my phone that um, will find you guys some these websites where you can go and learn. You know, beside Khan Academy, right? There's other ones. See if I got them on my. I normally keep stuff in here. Sorry if I didn't. Um, but there's just go Google free learning, right? And you'll find a ton of website where you can learn new skills, right? I'm learning this new skill now, content creating, right? Uh, you how to make YouTube channels. Uh, Working with my YouTube channel, I probably have spent in the last couple of months $1,000, right? So it ain't a lot of money. Yes, it is, especially when you can get classes for 10, 15, $50, right? $1,000 can get you a lot of learning on this internet, right? A lot of learning. So go and Google skills, add skills that are useful. I adopted an attitude, I would say, at least 25 years ago, right? Always been a reader, readers or leaders. Um, 25 years ago, I decided that I was not going to read anything that I couldn't charge someone for. If it was an information that was valuable that someone would pay for, skip me on that book. I'm not reading your book, How You Overcome This Threat Here and this, that. I'm not reading a book you wrote about the Bible. That I can read the Bible. Well, I can go directly to the source. Right? I'm not reading that. Right? I'm not reading your tragic story. No. Uh-uh. No, I got one of my own. So if it's something that someone will pay for, trust me, I'm on it. I'm reading it. If it's knowledge, information that's valuable, right? 25 years ago, I developed that attitude about what I was reading. So skills, skills, skills. Retail, 56% women, 12.8 million women work in the industry. It is dying, right? Because there's no storefronts. There's everything in the factory, and got a whole bunch of women working in the factories now, and Amazon and all that stuff, sorting packages and doing all that. Listen, women are not designed for that. I know. I hear you. I say it's breaking you down. Them 10, 12 hours. flipping boxes and stuff like that. Ain't no woman happy with all that foolishness, right? Oh, that's too much hours. You can pass me on it. If I had to do it, trust me, I would do it. Yeah, I would do it. So, come on, what are you gonna do, right? Running over to sell real estate ain't gonna do it, right? The average realtor makes 2 transactions a year. Can't make no money doing that. Wasting your time in law school is not going to work either. The brokest profession I ever known of is lawyers, right? And that's because they cannot sell. The ones that make money, they sell it. You see them on their TV commercials, everything. Them boys are bad because they salesmen. They just actually lawyers on the side. So what are you going to do, right? Retail apocalypse. I'm not a doomsdayer, right? I'm a practical person, pragmatic in everything that I do. Been this way all my life. It ain't nothing new. 17 years old, I've been a serious man ever since then. So you got to get serious about life. What are you going to do? The richest country to ever exist, right? And our citizens are broke, over broke, right? Living on credit. Come on now. We have to change that dynamic. So, and then we have immigrants come over here and go like, well, um, they get special this, but no, I don't know. I don't know nothing special about working out here. I'm in the desert. I don't know nothing special about working out here in that hot sun in the desert and dust. It's dirt. There ain't nothing but dirt. When they digging in the ground, nothing but dirt flowing, dirt getting all in your nostril. I don't know nothing special about that. What's the special privilege of that? Picking cotton, well, no, fruit, stuff like that. Ain't nothing special about that. Out there in that heat, sun. Come on. So if you think you're too good for those jobs, please get you uh, some education, some skills in construction science, right? Put on the white hat or the yellow hat or whatever, right? And learn some architectural work, how to read architectural drawings, something. Because I'm telling you, I travel all over this country and I see building going on and I see people working and I don't see any young black men on those construction sites, right? You're too good? For 25, 30 bucks an hour, 10 hours a day, you would have to get an engineering degree to make that much money today, right? So know what you're thinking, get your mind right, because life is short and life is long, right? That's the dichotomy of what's going on between these two states, right? So if you 20, 25 years old, right? And you go to work in construction or whatever at age 20, at age 45, 50, you didn't got your time in. Save your money, learn how to invest, learn how to save, learn how to live beneath your means. You don't need, yeah, we all like BMWs and sport cars. I don't know. I've never been a car lover, but I saw a Lamborghini the other day. I was like, boy, that looks good. This is about the age that I should be thinking about that. Age 61, I should be thinking about a Lambo. Them young cats rolling around in a Lambo, when they get my age, let's see what they're gonna be doing, right? Yeah, see if they're gonna have some money or they're gonna be with a cup, right? You gotta think long term. So I'm telling you, 20, 25, 35 years old, between that time, you can change your life. You can focus on the next 20 years, right? Get you a plan for your life. Once again, JoshuaPondexter.com. If you don't know how to plan. So what we're doing now, I'm out in Vegas now doing strategic planning. I have 4 entities that I'm doing planning for. Number one, strategic planning for myself, working on my life goals for the next 3-5 years. And I have my consulting company. We're writing goals and missions and what's important that we're going to do with that company. Then we started a green company, Joshua, that's a Pondexter Construction LLC. Then we have a nonprofit, a Gentleman in Me. So we want to help young men become gentlemen again, right? My father helped me become a gentleman, right? So the way I dress, the way I talk, the way I act, gentleman qualities, right? Ain't no thug, right? Been around plenty, but we're not a thug. We don't believe in a thug life. There's no tattoos on my body. My pants have always been up. My back has always been straight. My conversation has always been true and earnest. We function as a man, a black man in this world, one that can be respected and appreciated. And so this is what the nonprofit is about. And then we're going to help you develop skills so you can go to work in the construction industry, right? And that you can feed yourself and your family, right? So contact the brother, JoshuaPondexter.com. Please, I tell you, I'm through the roof. I'm over the moon. I got 100 subscribers on YouTube. I said, wow, that's a big deal because this is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Tasha K or Ebony and Z or all that stuff. And I see folks on there, that's what they're talking about. Their channels just blowing up, right? No, we're talking about this is a financial channel, right? So, and life, right? How to structure for life. And so once you get some money, once you get that paycheck, you have hit the lottery. What am I going to do with my paycheck, right? You got taxes coming out. You have insurance, health insurance, got all those type of things, right? And 50 to 70% of your income um, um, is going to taxation, right? So you need to have a tax strategy, right? Number one. So we provide that at JoshuaPondexter.com. Set yourself a consultation, a business consultation. Get yourself together. And this is not easy because you have to follow the roadmap, right? We've been following the roadmap that's going to lead us to poverty. 95% of us, that we keep following that roadmap. And what is that roadmap? That roadmap, go get an education, go work for someone else. 95% of the people end up dead broke following that roadmap, right? So why don't you follow both? Keep your job, get you a part-time business, do both, right? Because 95% of the people that have their own business end up financially independent, right? So won't you just split the two? I know it's kind of hard to give up that paycheck, but split the two. I think that's all we got for you this morning. Today is a pool day for me. I'm going to hang out at the pool. I'm at the Tahini Resort in incredible Vegas. It's in the desert. They try to do these little wonderful things, put up palm trees and water and stuff like that. Sometimes they knock it out of the box. Sometimes they don't. But whatever, you in the desert, right? And we love this desert heat. Walking in the sun in the morning, it's a wonderful thing. I can feel my body just drying up, you know, um, just getting, which is a good thing, right? Get all that fluid out of you, mucus, right? Salads, fruits, whatever. Have some blueberries, right? All right, people. Appreciate you tuning in. Whatever platform you're catching me on, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, we just ask that you follow, share, comment, let us know how you feel about what we're doing. And if you have some financial questions, right, put them in the comments, right? If you have some topics that you want more interest in, what stocks, bonds, mutual funds, cryptocurrency, whatever it may be, right? Life insurance, whatever financial products you want more information on, you want to know how to navigate this financial world that we live in. You know, we, after several decades of doing this, we do have an idea. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Catch this live broadcast later. Like, peace, love, and soul.